We know that marketing texts refer to the 4 P's of marketing: product, price, place, and promotion. But it has always seemed a little odd to us that the 4 P's never include the most important P of all: people, namely the customer. If you don't understand the customer, all the rest is just a waste of time. The customer determines the price, how you deliver the product, what the product looks like, and how you promote it. Your product or service is really a bundle of features and benefits in the eyes of the customer. Recall that features include such things as quality, service, warranties, options, characteristics, and so forth. Benefits are the intangible aspects, in other words, what's in it for the customer. Remember, if you take our advice and include customer input when designing your product or service, you'll have a big jump on the product side of marketing. The fact that customers design your products and services is, in and of itself, a strong marketing message about your company. The following sections help you position your company, price your product or service, effectively locate your company and product or service, and promote your offering to customers. You need to position not only your product or service, but also your company. One helpful tactic is to write a positioning statement that explains how customers see your company relative to your competitors. After you've written your statement, test it on your customers to make sure that it is really how they view your company. If you find that you're off base, go back and revise your positioning statement and test it on your customers again. You want to make sure that the image you present in all your advertising and promotion reflects what customers expect to see. Maybe you never thought of packaging and labeling as part of your marketing strategy, but the way you package your products says a lot about your company, particularly if you're selling consumer products. Packaging should reflect the culture of your company, the nature of the product you're selling, and the channel through which you're selling it. Packaging for consumer products needs to grab the attention of the potential buyer quickly, in an attractive way. The packaging also should give buyers the information they need to make a purchasing decision. Note, of course, industrial products generally are packaged for utility rather than beauty or promotional value. Their boxes simply identify the contents and the manufacturer and are designed to make them easy to transport. Remember, when you market on a global basis, packaging takes on a whole new meaning, because what's acceptable in one country may not be in another. Therefore, just like your positioning statement, you need to test the response to your packaging before spending a lot of money on a design that customers won't like. No matter what else you're doing right, if you don't price your product or service correctly, it won't sell in enough quantity to allow you to make a profit and survive. Pricing is a real challenge for most businesses, especially when you introduce a new product. Customer price tolerance determines where your price should be, but the customer isn't the only arbiter of price. Here are some other things to consider. You usually can command a higher price if demand for your product or service is greater than you can supply. If you're distributing a product or service that people will buy no matter what it costs, in economic terms, the price is inelastic. You're free to charge more. A simple example of this type of product is milk. You may have to hold your price down if you have a lot of competition. In this case, you can show intangible benefits to your customers. They may pay more for your product just to get benefits that they can't get from your competitors. You usually can charge more for added features, but only if customers perceive them as value. They won't pay for bells and whistles they don't need. If you're introducing new technology, you probably want to charge a higher price initially to recover your development costs and then bring it down as competitors enter the market. If you successfully position your product among higher-priced items, you may be able to command a higher price. The strategy you use to price your products may change over time, depending on where they are in the product life cycle. Cost-based pricing is based on adding a profit margin to the cost of producing the product. Of course, you also need to consider how competitors are pricing their products as well as market demand. Sliding on the demand curve is a strategy in which you introduce a product at a high price and then, as technological improvements let you achieve economies of scale, you reduce the price. This strategy enables you to maintain an advantage over competitors. Penetration is a strategy that's effective in a very competitive market with similar products. Employ it when you need to gain quick acceptance and broad-based distribution. Penetration involves introducing the product at a low price, which produces very minimal profit. Then you gradually raise the price as customers accept the product. This strategy requires huge expenditures for advertising and promotion. Demand-based pricing focuses on finding what customers are willing to pay for the product. Loss leader pricing calls for you to price your failing or obsolete products below cost to attract customers to other products in your line. Choose a strategy that reflects the type of customer you have, your costs related to the product, and the competitive environment. In marketing terms, place has to do with where your customers find your products and services. Having a good product or service isn't enough. You need to get it to customers in the manner that's best for them, whether that be a retail outlet, mail order, direct from the manufacturer, or via the internet. Just because your business is located in a particular place doesn't mean that customers will automatically seek that location when they're looking for your product. Talking to your customers will tell you where they want to find your product or service. Doing anything other than what the customer expects is a recipe for disaster. The purpose of the promotion part of your marketing plan is to firmly establish the identity and vision of your company in the customer's mind. Promotion is perhaps the most creative and important aspect of marketing. It includes personal selling, public relations, guerrilla advertising, usually limited resources and creative methods, sales promotion, and publicity. You can't plan an effective promotion strategy if you don't know your customers. Talk to your customers. We say that a lot, don't we? Doing so will pay big dividends and save you a lot of time and money.